Welcome to the Bare Panties Show. If you're looking for authentic Belizean recipes, then you're in the right place. My name is Barbara and this is Cooking Made Simple. So you guys know how I do it here at my cooking show, right? Even if I have the recipe here several times, if somebody's having trouble with it, I will come back to redo the recipe so that we can troubleshoot any problems you may be having. So let's get right into ginger snaps again, all right? So it's 3/4 cup of butter. And this is unsalted butter right here, see? This is all we can get right now at Costco. I prefer the salted butter, but I'm gonna take what I can get. So I just kind of took this like this, dipped it up like that, and just kind of dropped it in there in dollops. So I didn't pack it tight, all right? And room temperature butter, look at it. Right over here, see? It still has some spring back to it, okay? It's not just like watery. It's not too soft. So then the recipe calls for 1 cup of granulated white sugar. 1 egg, only 1 egg, guys. This is a 1/4 cup that I'm gonna measure the molasses with in a second. Let's go over here to the dry ingredients. I have some water, I'm thirsty today. 2 cups of all-purpose flour, see right here? Now normally I would measure things and have it in a bowl ready for you guys, but I'm showing you my measurements. 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and you know how I measure the flour, right? I scoop it up and I scrape off the top. I don't shake it down and pat it or anything like that. 2 teaspoons of baking soda, not baking powder. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Joe bought the sticks and grounded it. That's why it looks so big like this. 1 teaspoon of salt, only because the butter is unsalted. If I were using the salted butter, I wouldn't put the salt. The recipe calls for ground cloves. I don't like the smell of this or the taste of it, so I'm not putting this in it. I never put it in my cookies, all right? It calls for 3 teaspoons of grounded ginger like this. The reason I have 2 batches is because of over here in my family, me and mine, we like it hot, all right? We spice up everything, so we put 6, but the recipe really calls for 3. Now this thing right here, cloves, it smells like the stuff, it smells like the stuff that the dentist rub on your gum before he's gonna jab you with the needle. Joe, you wanna smell it? Joe, come smell it. Come. Give me an ugly face. So I have the recipe right here in this book. I might turn the camera around in a little while and just show you what I just said to make it easy, all right? So the first thing that you have to do when you're gonna measure molasses, run some water over your cup. So let me go do that. All right, so there's some water here. So I ran some water over the cup. Now Joe just went to the store and bought this for me. So he had the pot still. Pour the molasses in, only a 1/4 cup. Ooh, that smells good. Alrighty. So now, what I'm gonna do, the recipe says use the hand mixer or the stand mixer to mix up this stuff, but I wanna first see if I can get away with just using a wooden spoon. Because remember, we're troubleshooting, right? Okay. So put the butter, the sugar, and the molasses. It says cream all 3, but I think what I actually do is cream these 2 first. And it's not really cream, I'm mixing it just to make sure it's incorporated. Yeah, I don't like the wooden spoon thing. Let me get the hand mixer. But if you don't have a hand mixer, if you want to spend time on it, you might be able to do what I was doing just now, okay? Give me a moment. The mixer is set on 2, the 2 setting. So now I'm going to pour the molasses in. See, that's just enough to get it together, to make the sugar not be dry anymore, right? Get all your molasses out. And let me tell you something, it's already starting to smell like ginger snaps because of the molasses. And the ginger sitting on the counter is so strong that it was choking Joe earlier. We had to start the show several times because Joe was choking. Make sure you get it all in. Just until it's well incorporated. Now let's get this egg. Let me crack it in something else because I know I'm going to get shells. All right, so drop the 1 egg in. And I do believe at this point I get rid of the beaters. Set that aside for a second. I'm trying to remember what I did because I did these cookies twice last week. Joe's always falling asleep with the camera. I'm like, on me. Like Auntie Fee used to say, on me. Bring the camera on me. So I did these cookies twice last week. One day I did it with the juice of the ginger because Joe had some root ginger. He grated it and squeezed out the juice, and I put that in because I didn't have the powder, and those cookies came out too soft. They were tasty, but they were soft. So I redid it. So that's why I'm like fresh in my brain what to do. So here comes the flour, the baking soda, the salt, the cinnamon. You'll put half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of cloves if you want to. 3 teaspoons of ginger powder. And because we're the Greenwiches over here, or the McNabs over here, I'm a McNab, Joe's a Greenwich, we're going to put 6. That's how Mommy loved it. Alright, let me get a bigger spatula. And let me get a whisk. I'm all dressed up cooking for you guys today. We made the outfit, me and Joe. The top is old. The bottom is old too, but it was a dress and I took it apart. So let's whisk this baby right here. Let me get rid of this little spatula right here. Oh, let me use it to clean off the feet of the mixer. Get it all out. Don't waste any of your batter. This is a batter right now. This is not really a dough because it's liquid, right? It's more liquid than firm. Get it all out. What's going on, Joe? Joe keeps like looking behind him. I feel like the killer's coming for us or something.
Okay, looks one spot too long.
I'm giving the ADD guy the camera to run, and he says I can't look at one thing too long. Joshua, would you take over the camera for me?
Sure.
Daddy's dying because he was choking to death with an itchy throat. And he was trying to hold it in earlier. It was horrible, huh, babe? Okay, guys. See how wet this is? So this is what I do. Put some of the dry in. Sorry. And I guess I fold. Cindy, are you seeing this? I guess I fold. I think I didn't like show all of this. See, I'm a horrible teacher. I was telling Joe that if the student is trying over and over again, especially when the student's a good cook, and they're trying over and over again and they're not getting it right, then something went wrong with the teacher. That's what we always say. That's what Mama used to tell the teachers. Look, if my daughter can't learn this maths, that means you can't teach it. I never forgot that. My mom told the teacher that. So I'm redoing it. So I do it in thirds. And this is a folding spatula, but I'm not really folding it per se because I'm just like getting it worked in. See? Like this. So no more hand mixer. Okay. Okay, so here's the third batch. I don't know what's going on in town, but you hear all the police car. Oh, my bad. I didn't set this thing to heat up. 1, 2, that's 350. Let's double check the recipe. Oh no, 375. Stop and start again. 1, 2, 3. This has custom cook, so 375. And because the oven is working great, it's going to take no time at all to come up to temp. So see what I'm doing here, guys? I'm just working it to make sure all the dry ingredients get mixed in with the wet. And this is not the kind of cookie that you put in the fridge and then come back and deal with it. You deal with it right away. So get your baking sheets ready. See, I have 2 here. And I have some cinnamon here that I'm gonna, oh, not cinnamon, I'm sorry. I have some sugar that I'm gonna add cinnamon to make some cinnamon sugar. There's no blend for that. I just sprinkle some sugar in there. Do you notice how the dough is looking? Joshua has the camera right up in the thing so you guys can see. It's not really dry, but it's not really super duperly wet either. If that's a word. Yeah, I think I have it all well incorporated. Let me get all this off. We want to get all our dough. All right, so when I come back, I'm not going to be doing anything but this, just getting this off. When I come back, then we're going to bring this dough together so we can start rolling off the balls, okay? I'm going to grease my baking sheet, and I'm going to put some cinnamon in the sugar. I may have a water mustache going right now because I just drank some water, and Jada's over there making noises. Okay, so the cinnamon, I don't measure this, just a little bit. So we have cinnamon sugar, right? See how the dough is? No, because this is not the type of dough that you would set on the fridge. I don't know if you can make the dough and freeze it and come back. I don't know anything about that. A lot of people always ask me that kind of stuff. If I don't know, I'm going to tell you I don't know, okay? So let's get all this stuff out the way. Put this, yeah. And this is all we're going to do. We have a tray here. It's a big tray. We're going to come in this, scoop up a little Jack's ball size, right? Roll it. Don't press it too hard because it's really, really soft. Roll it in the cinnamon sugar. Sprinkle it all over it like this. And if it loses its form, roll it again in your hand. Put one here on the end. We're doing this again. And then put one here. Why? Because it's easier to fill in the blanks if you have the two ends covered. Same thing goes for the other ends, right? So I always case in my four corners first. And let me tell you guys something. This ginger snap tastes nothing like the crap you get at the store. That stuff at the store has an aftertaste. No aftertaste here, guys. You see, I've closed in my four corners. And how many ginger snap you're going to get out of it depends on how big you want your cookies, okay? So let's do this here. What's that? Like 2 inch apart, right, Josh? Mm-hmm. I'm not great at making cookies, I'll be honest with you guys, but I'm really good at making polvoron, ginger snap, oatmeal raisin craisin, white chocolate. I'm not good at chocolate chips. Chocolate chip cookie, I'm not good at that. Jada's good at that. Alright, so you guys see what I'm doing? So I'm going to get 8 here. I'm going to do 8 there, and then we're going to fill in the blanks in the middle with the leftovers. So let me just go ahead, speed this up to continue to do this. And when I come back, hopefully the oven's going to be ready. Look how big this last one is, guys. This one's for me. This is, you know how they have that baker's dozen? That's mine. So I'm just going to stick the last batches in the middle like this. And the oven is ready, so let me wash my hands and I'm going to get them in there, okay? It says go for 15 minutes. It's 1, 2. Let's set the timer, 15, and we're going to come back and check. We might have to switch them around. Shut that off. Let's take a look, guys. It's 15 minutes. I think we can go a little bit longer, but let's switch them. So let's switch the ones on the bottom to the top shelf. These are going to go to the next shelf, and we're going to give it 2 more minutes. Then I'll be back. Alright, guys. That's 2 minutes. That 2 minutes went by fast. Let's get them out. And shut it off. I'm going to set them here for a few minutes until they harden, okay? Don't move them yet to put them on the cooling rack. And you want to move them with something flat. All right, so I'll be back. See how they cracked open nicely? Pretty cool, right? I'll be back to separate them in a little while, guys. So that's only been like a couple of minutes that I've had them sitting here. Let's gently move them. They're still hardening up. And I'm gonna let them cool down for like, I'd say 10 minutes. Because I like them hard and crunchy. See, this one's a little bit soft still. Shouldn't even say soft, but it's not like crunchy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, that one's getting crunchy, Joe. You hear that? Joe, are these your favorite cookies? Mm-hmm. Out of all the cookies that I can make, are these your favorite? Mm-hmm. And I love this stuff. Ooh, pan's still hot. I love this stuff that I got from Shanika. They come by a 3-pack, and you can stack these things on top of each other.
That's a big one.
That's mine. I already told the peeps that's mine. See, that one was extra big, remember? Mm-hmm. I just love how they crack open. I like that with my muffins too. Set that guy over there. Let me grab my other, my third thing just to show you how that stacks up. Give me a sec. Don't stop the camera, Joe. And I have them hanging on a nail. Don't you sing a song about hanging on a nail or something, Daddy? Mm-hmm. Huh? Okay, where's my big guy? Put this, I'll put this guy, no, put him on the bottom.
Why?
Hmm?
Why you ask?
Because I said something about a nail. Okay, then put this one up here. You guys see how it's going, right? You can't have too many things on the edge. Put this up here. And this is how this works. I don't know where Shanika got this from, but this is like one of the best things that I have. Isn't it gorgeous? Okay, when it's cool down, we're going to come back and taste it. Okay, it's still not crunchy yet because it's still cooling down, but I can't wait. The first thing that hits you is the butter. Then the molasses hits you. Do you guys know that these cookies make you go to the bathroom? I bet nobody ever told you that, right? I don't know if it's the molasses, if it's the ginger, if it's a combination of, but stay close. Bye, guys. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you're seeing me on Facebook, don't forget to follow, like, and share the page. If you're seeing me on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the page. And if you want to see me on a different platform, come and join the membership at Patreon. It's patreon.com/Bear Pantry Show.